Yo, what is up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we have to sit down and really talk about a situation that has the entire hip-hop world on a complete standstill. We are talking about the breaking news coming out of Hollywood, Florida, where former Migos member Offset was shot outside the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. Now, before we get into the he said, she said, and the social media beef, let's get the most important update out of the way first. Offset is alive. According to his representatives and the latest medical reports from Memorial Regional Hospital, he is currently in stable condition. He's going to be okay. Thank God. But yo, when that news first hit the wires on Monday night, April 6, 2026, the collective heart of the rap community dropped. Why? Because we've seen this movie before. We are still healing from the loss of Takeoff back in 2022, and for Offset to be targeted in an entertainment venue, specifically a casino, it felt like a dark cloud was returning. But this isn't just a random act of violence. As the hours have unfolded, a name has emerged that turned this from a tragic incident into a full-blown industry war. Lil Tjay. Tjay was arrested at the scene, and since then, we have seen mugshots, lawyer statements, and a viral sidewalk interview that has snitching allegations flying everywhere. Today, we are breaking down the entire timeline, the $10,000 debt, the physical altercation in the valet area, and the three-word response from Offset's hospital bed that changed the narrative. Grab your snacks, hit that subscribe button, and let's dive into the absolute chaos at the Hard Rock. Let's set the stage. It's Monday evening, just after 7 p.m. The Seminole Hard Rock in Hollywood, Florida, is iconic. You've seen it. It's a massive building shaped like a neon guitar. It's a place of luxury, high-stakes gambling, and celebrity sightings. TMZ actually obtained footage of Offset just moments before the chaos, and he looked like he didn't have a care in the world. He was in high spirits, taking photos with fans near the exit, laughing, and just enjoying the Florida weather. But things turned left in the valet area. Witnesses say a disturbance broke out involving two groups of people. Within seconds, the vibe shifted from celebrity sighting to active shooter situation. Reports state that gunfire erupted and Offset was struck. Initial rumors on Twitter were wild. Some said he was gone, others said he was shot in the head. Thankfully, the police confirmed he was hit in the leg, though some street reporters are still claiming it was a shot to the butt during a struggle. The Seminole Police Department moved incredibly fast. They locked down the valet area, secured the casino, and detained two individuals almost immediately. One of those people was Tyon Jaden Merritt, known to the world as Lil Tjay. Now, this is where the legal details get very specific, and you'll need to pay attention because the headlines can be misleading. While Lil Tjay was arrested in connection with the incident, he has not been charged with the shooting itself. When Tjay was booked into the Broward County Jail on Tuesday morning, his charges were listed as disorderly conduct, affray. This is a first-degree misdemeanor. Affray basically means a public fight that disturbs the peace. Operating a vehicle without a valid license, a simple traffic-related capious charge. His total bond was set at a measly $3,000, $500 for the fight and $2,500 for the license. Now, if the police believe he pulled the trigger, that bond would have been six figures or non-existent. However, the probable cause affidavit gives us a hint at what the cops are thinking. They allege that Tjay exited his vehicle, pointed at Offset, and essentially ordered his associates to initiate the fight. And then there's the mugshot. Yo, Tjay was smiling. In a moment where a fellow artist is in the hospital and is in handcuffs, Tjay looked like he was having the time of his life. That image went viral instantly, sparking a debate. Is he happy because he won, or is he happy because he knows he didn't pull the trigger? His lawyer, the famous Dawn Florio, wasted no time. She released a statement saying, Lil Tjay has not been shot, nor has he been charged with any shooting. Any reporting to the contrary is false. She basically told the public to stop the cap and wait for the facts. But the streets don't wait for facts, especially when there's a year-long backstory involving a lot of money. To understand why people think Tjay would even be involved, we have to go back to January 2025. This beef didn't start in Florida. It started on Twitch. Lil Tjay went on a live stream and dropped a bombshell. He claimed that he ran into Offset at a casino month prior and that Offset was, in his words, popped. Tay alleged that Offset had a serious gambling addiction and had lost everything that night. He told his viewers that Offset was frantically running around the casino asking random people to cash app him money. Tay claimed he stepped up and loaned Offset $10,000, a 10-pack, out of respect, but then Offset went ghost. Tay said, "This NA's ducked me for so long. Boy, pay that tab. Homie, don't fade yourself over a little 10-pack. But it didn't stop at just wanting the money back. Tay started posting screenshots of DMs where he allegedly told Offset he was going to smack the SHT out of him if he didn't pay up. Offset, who usually stays pretty quiet on these things, eventually reached a breaking point. He responded on Instagram, basically telling Tay to fly to him if he really wanted smoke. Fast forward to April 2026. They both happened to be at the Seminole Hard Rock, the same type of environment where the original debt allegedly started. It was a powder keg waiting to explode. The theory going around is that Tay saw Offset, asked for his 10-pack, Offset refused, a fight broke out, and someone in the entourage pulled a strap. If you thought the drama ended with the arrest, you don't know Lil Tjay. On Tuesday afternoon, Tay posted bond and walked out of the Broward County Jail. Most celebrities would put their head down, hop in a black SUV, and go silent. Not Tay. He turned the sidewalk outside the jail into a press conference. Shirtless, grinning, and looking completely unbothered, he spoke to reporters and cameras. He denied shooting Offset, saying, "Did I shoot Offset? That SHT is crazy. I'll smack the SHT out of Offset, but he would never play like that with me." But then he dropped the R word. Tay claimed that the only reason he was in handcuffs is because Offset pointed him out to the cops. He said, "The last thing I seen was Offset looking at me like this. Yo, that NA shot me. NA is a rat. N asterisk is a snitch." In the rap world, those are fighting words. Calling a victim of a shooting a rat for identifying who shot them is a very controversial move. It polarized the internet. Half the people were saying, if someone shoots you, you're supposed to tell. And the other half, the street code enthusiasts, were saying Offset should have stayed quiet. But here's the kicker. Tay was only charged with a misdemeanor fight. If Offset really snitched, wouldn't Tay be facing attempted murder? This led many to believe Tay is just trying to muddy the waters and ruin Offset's reputation. Offset might be in a hospital bed, but has still got his phone. After Tay's rat comments went viral, the Shade Room posted a video. Offset actually went into the comments and dropped a 3-word response that shut the internet down. "You ain't bust none." Translation for those who don't speak the lingo: you didn't shoot anything. With those 3 words, Offset did 2 things. First, he directly disputed Tay's claim that he snitched, because if he told the cops Tay shot him, but Tay didn't actually shoot him, then the story doesn't make sense. Second, he called out Tay's gangster. He's basically saying, you were there, you started a fight, but when the guns came out, you weren't the one putting in work. This response suggests that while Tay might have been involved in the altercation, the actual shooter was likely someone else in the entourage. It also confirms that there's a second person involved, the individual police detained but haven't named yet. The investigation is now looking into ballistics and surveillance footage to see who actually pulled the trigger while Tay was allegedly filming the fight on his phone. So, what happens next? This is where things get serious for Lil Tjay. Even though he's only charged with a misdemeanor right now, Florida law is very strict when it comes to principal in the first degree. If the state can prove that Tjay directed his associates to start a fight that led to a shooting, he could be held just as responsible as the person who pulled the trigger. The police have confirmed they are reviewing high-definition surveillance from the Hard Rock Valley. They say the footage shows Tjay filming the fight. If that video shows him encouraging the violence or pointing out the target, his $3,000 bond might be the last time he sees freedom for a while. And then there's a second person. Police have been very tight-lipped about who this is. Is it a member of Tay's security? A childhood friend from the Bronx? Or someone else entirely? The fact that they haven't been charged yet suggests the police are waiting for forensic evidence or for someone to fold during questioning. We also have to look at the industry impact. Offset is a father, a husband, and a legend in the game. To see him in this position over a $10,000 debt, which, let's be real, is pocket change to these guys, is heartbreaking. It shows that in the rap game, it's never really about the money. It's about the respect and the image. Yo, this story is developing by the minute. We have Offset recovering in the hospital, Tay back on the streets calling people rats, and a legal team led by Dawn Florio trying to keep a lid on the situation. But I want to bring it back to you guys. This is a lot to process. Do you think Lil Tjay is telling the truth? Did Offset really point him out to the police? Or is Tay just using that to cover up the fact that his crew took things too far? And what about the gambling debt? Is a 10-pack really worth risking your life and your career over? Some people are saying this is the end of Lil Tjay's career if he gets hit with conspiracy charges. Others are saying Offset needs to move differently and stay away from the casinos if the rumors about his addiction are true. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to see a real discussion. Is Tjay chasing it? Or is Offset ducking the bag? We're going to keep a close eye on the Broward County Court records and Offset's recovery. If any more news breaks, especially regarding that second suspect, you know I'll be the first one to let you know. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more deep dives, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the update. Thank you guys for watching. Stay safe out there, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.